Lawrence of Arabia is rated by many critics to be Lean's finest film to date. It took nearly 3 years to make and was filmed in Jordan, Morocco, Spain and England.
You know, I love Lawrence. It was a wonderful picture to make. It's some of the greatest days of my life, somehow, living in a caravan right out there in the desert. Saw some wonderful things. Never forget it.
What appealed to you about Lawrence himself? You said fascinating character. What was it exactly about him?
Well, I'm fascinated by these nuts. They're both nuts in their way. Nicholson is certainly a nut, and so was Lawrence, in a wonderful way. But a nut, I mean, to go out there and lead a band of Arabs and to have a bodyguard of the biggest thugs he can get hold of. Most extraordinary. A sort of university don on camel. Wonderful.
Living for months on end miles from civilization, Lean exulted in the locations. Making films on the scale of Lawrence and Quay required a breadth of vision and a strength of purpose that was similar to those the film's heroes themselves possessed. It also required vast resources and a huge production team. Many of Lawrence's most memorable moments were the result of close collaboration with art director John Box, cameraman Freddie Young, and a new writer, Robert Bolt. What qualities of his did you latch on to most firmly?
Well, I think he's a wonderful writer. Wonderful dialogue. He's got a great sense of style, Robert. And in a way, he was rather like a younger brother to me. He rather reminded me of my brother, who I admired enormously and was very intellectual where I'm not.
Was that Tanguy?
Yes, Tanguy, yes. And I think Robert and I did some quite good things together. It seemed to work.
One of the scenes in Lawrence that people remark on a lot is Omar Sharif's arrival at the well, which had a very long build-up. Was that the idea of such a long build-up based on the advice that you were given by a man you admire very much, Willie Wyler?
Willie once said to me, he said, if you're going to shock an audience, get them almost to the point of boredom before doing so. And of course he's right. And what I did was I had this scene with him coming to this well, sitting down, whistling. And then he hears the guide get up and he looks. And then looks and he sees a dot coming towards him, you see. And it gradually develops.
I think we shot nearly 1,000 feet of film with him coming on and on and on, coming through the mirage and through the, it looked like water on the desert almost, you know, this peculiar mirage effect. And he gradually came through waves of mirage, closer and closer and closer, and then we got the sound of the camel's feet and the desert, and it was very, very effective.
It's a very strange thing working with David. You may not say anything, but he gets you sort of going and feeling and thinking. And not long before the camera's turn, I just had this desire to get a white line painted out, based on the fact that camel tracks, which are only that wide, they're all over the desert, because the camel's feet just go one in front of the other. So why not a white camel track going out towards that thing? In other words, it's bringing that man to this place, and this place is Lawrence, and Lawrence's life is going to be different after meeting this man.
Tex?
Petu. Who is he? Tapas!
He is dead.
Yes. Why?
This is my well.
In fact, I lost my nerve. I had the Omar coming out of the Mirage at double the length, and it was better. And I lost my nerve and cut it quite a bit. I wish I hadn't.
I think that this is the only shot that I can think of in which a man enters the film art in such a spectacular way. I don't think it ever happened before, has ever happened since. It wasn't just the entrance into Lawrence of Arabia, but the entrance into a new career for a man who thought that he'll be the best bridge player in the world.
It was Omar Sharif who played the title role in Lean's next film.